Last episode, I kept saying a word and refusing to define it. Operating model. I said tools fail because they can't install one you never designed. Fair. But that's useless to you until you can actually picture what an operating model is. So this episode, no abstraction. I'll show you exactly what it is made of, how to tell if yours is broken, and why this is the thing certification, scale, and a second sight will test the hardest.
Digital transformation time. Digital transformation time.
First, let's clear out the bad definitions, because they are everywhere. An operating model is not your org chart. That's who reports to whom, not how the work actually flows. It's not your list of tools. We covered that. And it's not a glossy slide with 5 pillars and an icon for each. Those slides feel strategic, but change nothing on Monday morning. A real operating model is really boring and far more powerful. It's a set of decisions of how work actually move throughout your company, who decide how it is recorded and how you prove it later. Here is the practical version. An operating model answers 4 questions about any piece of work. Say, a change to your product. Run your own company through this, and you feel instantly where it is solid and where it is air. 1. Who owns the decision? Not who has an opinion, who actually decides and is accountable. If your answer is, it depends, or whoever's in the room, that's your first crack. 2. How does it get recorded? When the decision is made, does it become a record with an owner and a timestamp? Or does it live in a Slack thread, a hallway, or someone's memory? Decisions that aren't recorded didn't operationally happen. 3. How does it connect? Does the decision link to what it affects? The requirement, the design, the build? Or is it an island? Disconnected decisions are how you end up unable to reconstruct your own product. 4. How would you prove it? 6 months later, an auditor, an investor in due diligence, or a news site asks, why is it this way? And who said so? Can you answer in a minute, or do you launch an archaeology project? That last question is a whole game of regulated deep tech. Let me make it concrete with the same small change. An engineer updates a part. In broken operating model, who decides? A senior engineer, informally. How it is recorded? A message and an updated file. How does it connect? It doesn't. Requirement still says the old thing. How would you prove it? You wouldn't. You'd reconstruct it badly months later. Every step happened, none of it holds. In a healthy operating model, a change is a record with a clear owner. The approval is captured with a reason and a timestamp. It's linked to the requirement and the baseline. And proving it later takes 30 seconds. Same change, same people, completely different company. Because the operating model is different, not the tools. Back to dynamic capabilities for a second. Thesis point is that advantage comes from something worth changing, seizing it, and reconfiguring how you operate, repeatedly. Notice all 3 are about decisions and operating routines, not about assets. An operating model is just where that capability lives, day to day. The routines that decide, record, connect, and prove. Tools sit underneath it. This is why I keep saying that operating model is the thing. It is literally the capability this says creates advantage, made operational. If you're a founder, here is where your leverage actually is. You probably can't and shouldn't design every workflow yourself, but you decide one thing that determines everything downstream. Whether your company treats these 4 questions as a real work now or as cleanup for later. That single decision is worth more than any tool selection. Because will clean up the traceability before the audit is the most expensive sentence in the deep tech. I've watched it cost a year. An operating model isn't an IT topic you can delegate. It's a company design topic. You set whether it matters, your tech leads build how it works. So, an operating model is how work moves. Decided, recorded, connected, provable. Historically, building one was slow and needed specialists you cannot afford early. That's exactly what changed in the last 2 years. In the next episode, why a CEO with AI agents can now design and run an operating model that used to need the whole team, and the new trap that comes with that power. Recap. An operating model is the set of decisions about how work moves, who owns it, how it's recorded, how it connects, and how you prove it. Run any change through those 4 questions and you'll find your cracks in about a minute. If that gave you a useful test, subscribe. Next, I show you why you can now build this yourself with AI. And in the comments, of the 4 questions, which one is weakest in your company right now? Owning, recording, connecting, or proving? That answer tells you where to start.
Digital transformation time. Digital transformation time.